Guys, welcome back
We
to
are back.
round 6 of Swiss.
Yes, that's
So we
the
got
one.
one more round to go after this, but in the meantime, I thought, we had a new ban list like
Yes.
a week and a half ago. So the format's changing a little bit. Megacolony is allegedly knocked off the throne. So, we thought
Because
the
it was
format's...
doing really, really well.
Yeah.
I mean, it won Germany.
Yeah.
It was
And then we
topping
found out
Spain
that
quite a lot.
Maxime is like the world's best double agent, spends the past 2 years being
This deck sucks. This deck sucks.
I play
JK.
DI and I play Grand Blue and I hate Megacolony, and then has the most wins on Gredora in the world.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, he does, according to VG Paris.
Springfest, of course.
No, he has the most wins on Gredora,
Well,
yeah.
Peter Van Allen is shaking and crying.
He has
right
more
now.
tops, but, still. But guys, what we're going to do is, so I saw, somebody we know doing Irvine from our locals, from
He
Darksphere,
was cooking.
doing pretty good on Megacolony after the ban list, and I wanted to see what we were up to. So I thought we are going to transition over, and yeah, obviously the game just started, and we can see that Heathcliff went first.
So
Using
DP
the
going
right
first
fixer.
against Mods.
Yeah, right fixer finding Viltrasa. Yeah, so Megacolony going to be doing second here. Again, really, really
3
interesting.
of 3, sorry, DP riding Honolly.
I mean, in fairness, not only are they riding Honolly, though, I think in all of their matchups, Honolly doesn't come up, so I think they're pretty happy
No,
to.
yeah.
Makes you wonder, why do people run Honolly? Shout out to the crest decks.
Apparently there's a crest
most,
Harry deck.
most of Top Cut is Angel Geese right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Are you guys ready for the most mind-numbing Top Cut of your life? Honshu.
Oh. Okay, so already we see the D grade 3. So this is when you place the grade 3 or grade 2, you revive it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, little dork ass. Sorry, there was vitriol in that.
Oh, so that's his. Okay.
So that's just roll the
Ooh,
double
that's
outline.
look at that grade 3 lineup. Wow. Okay. We'll see some of this, I'm sure.
Well, that's a really fascinating thing. We were talking about this earlier. The absolutely fascinating thing to me about the way Megacolony has evolved is the fact that, there you go, yeah, and he's going to be taking the damage. It's a critical, which, I mean, it's a bit of a waste of a trigger, but I don't think you're too upset at this point. But the really interesting thing for you, because, the DPLS is also looking pretty standard for the most part. With the exception of I believe he's on a Dijet, so that'll be interesting to see how that comes out. But I think the most important thing here is, now that we know there you go, he's going to be taking that damage. Oh my god, I'm going to flip out. I'm going to crash out about my mouse. Oh my god.
You good?
I am a violent man. But the thing is, as well, the thing with the
So he's G-assisted there. Wow, that's a big hand. In fairness, well, luckily,
early Megacolony hands be like,
he has the Guardian and Quick Shield. You can see OT in hand as well, so he's telegraphing that. Draw, PG, Dark Face Heal, Crit.
he's got some of the mill stuff. He's looking in his. He's got a lot of
Mill stuff?
revivers, so he wants a lot of the. Yeah, he's got
Oh, the Battler, okay.
no loops, so he's just a little bit of plussing. He's got the beacon, which you don't see
Beacon.
very often.
Ooh, Beacon for DP.
But I think the
Hello.
interesting thing, yes, I was right. So I think the main thing that you're going to see decks doing right now, I suspect, is looking at Megaloma, or potentially using the Turbo Flip G stride to effectively then he doesn't opt for that line because we were discussing it actually. I was considering that once Gredora goes down to 2, there's a world you run it, and then you try and instead of Megaloma going for the GBA. So you try and turbo GBA basically in Megacolony, which is not. I don't think that's the worst idea.
The GBA is not bad. It's one of the strongest.
It's like isn't like rest everything for every rest thing against like power and
I
shield.
think something along those lines. Yeah, I don't know if you stun everything. It goes out into the Dailiner because we've missed that bit. You good?
Yeah.
Has he whiffed grade 3? No, he hasn't. He's got the resist grade 3. That's quite.
That's the archive one, right?
Yes. Top part of the text is actually irrelevant.
Yeah, because it's all archive.
literally
It's just
resist.
can't be targeted, can't be chosen by effects.
Yeah, that's the one. So this DP player actually resolves his Dailiner. A rare sight on today's stream, actually. Good.
Yeah, just a nail on the floor.
No.
Accidentally stepped into it, so it doesn't piss my heel. I don't want to get tetanus like this. I ain't going lying down like this one, Chief.
Now, I don't know. I feel like DP is kind of fine into this matchup because it's very Vanguard centric. He's plot Forbidol there. Okay.
Oh, but he does hit the grade
Forbidol.
3.
Oh,
which is
you have to
important,
before they Gredora, I suppose. Yeah. Go for here. Lysaurus can't proc because it's not enough. It's 2k off.
Yeah.
I don't think Diarms is resolving.
I don't think it's. I think without the G assist maybe, but.
Ah, yes.
Oh, I hope you're
No?
ready
Okay.
to run, Chief.
Oh wow.
He's about to try and resolve Disaurus.
No, don't do it. It is 35, right? Pull up the card,
no.
please.
Yeah, it's 35. Yeah. Otherwise, this will be insane.
Okay, he's not. Cool. Hal doesn't have to run. We get to keep watching Vanguard. Very
He
cool.
goes -2 crit. Yep, and he's correct.
That's a good way to take get some resources out of it.
Centric is nice. I will say
it's good to see the stand.
One thing that
2. Okay.
Very nice. Linka's nice. Linka's very nice.
Takes the
one
one.
damage. Oh, it's a draw
draw.
trigger. Very strong. Well, no, I was gonna say the one thing that's been really satisfying to watch, because yeah, now that he checks the trigger, that game's plus 10k. So the trigger's been revealed.
The Dizosaurus won't hit, but that's okay. Keeping it standing is pretty good, actually.
Well, the fascinating thing is like the interesting thing to us, for example, is like the fact that it's been really neat seeing a lot of the people from our locals who started off with premium like a couple of years ago, kind of slowly improved to the point where like they're sitting at a BCS now at like X1, X2 like sort of area, and with not like the best decks in the format. Megacolony's just been hit. People counted the deck out because the general consensus is the third Gredora is the one that gets you.
Yes.
So being at 2 kind of removes your win con, but it's clearly seems to be going well for him.
Still, I mean, Gredora can still like. Some decks will just.
It could be enough, yeah, but
die to
it pushes out like because it tends to.
But agreed, the third Gredora is usually the one that gets you. Speaking of Gredora, there she is. So Ivan skipping the history collection stride because I think it's just a bit too slow.
I think it's irrelevant in this matchup, yeah.
I wouldn't say it's irrelevant. I think having multiple PGs just to try and hard, like we saw Eddie do.
Yeah.
In that game, yeah. Obviously dropping the triple PG to kind of mitigate the linkers.
Oops.
You good?
Yeah.
As the Moth, so he can keep... I mean, this is the thing. Even though Gredora went to 2, the deck still has a lot of good tools. Moth, consistent counter charge.
Typos. I'd checking something. I'm back.
Okay. So Moth for the counter charge, Blister, which isn't great into DP, we must admit. Because it's never really... You're never really keeping the rear guard stood, so...
Well, it's also like very like last second swings. It's like the Dizosaurus. But no, it's not even that. It's the fact that like its attacks 25k and less. So the second the Geoma Glasses start coming up, that's over. Like they're never going to be able to 25 again.
Going straight for the...
Yeah, swing.
Oh no, he's using...
Yeah, it's popping the rear.
Yeah. Ah, yes. That's it. And now because of the Cradle, he can search at grade 3. Oh.
And he's going to search the Outline, I'm assuming.
It's been a while since we've seen a Cradle... Cradle card full stop.
A lot of the Megacolony decks have been running 1 for the ride line to ride.
Beat Cocktail, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one. Because the card is good, like, even if you don't ride it, that's the
Because the thing is, it just lets you disable, like, early commit cards.
Searching for ladder?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Taser Age.
Yes, that'll be why. I was going to say, I guess he can kind of just...
Does it get her... What's the phrasing on Taser Age? I wonder if it... No, it's choose, right? When your opponent got his place, rest that unit. Does that get around ladder?
Ladder as well?
I believe it can't be chosen. I can't remember if it can't be chosen or unaffected.
I think it can't be chosen.
Can be chosen. Oh. I think it might be the same logic as Rene, where because it says like dominate those rearguard, it doesn't choose them.
It might just...
It's just them.
It doesn't bypass... It doesn't affect the circle, though. I guess we'll find out.
I think they can't be chosen and they can't be removed from the circle. Or moved from the circle anywhere else. I think that's like the thing on ladder. But yeah, the Giraffe. So the thing with Giraffe is like you're going to be drawing a lot.
Giraffe is one of the other key things. Sorry, as we were saying, Giraffe is another good tool, but the deck is still kept to, the early game. I mean, strong anytime in the game, really, but especially in the early game. Drops there's another cycler there. That's 3 of the V cycler gone. Which I don't think is like...
I don't think it comes up in this matchup.
No, I don't think it really comes up a lot. I feel like...
I think it's mostly to find your Eternity Chasers.
Yeah, I agree.
You know all about Eternity Chaser.
Dun, 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 dun. How deep cut can we make one of these streams?
That deep cut.
That's a very deep cut.
Shout out to my fellow British players.
What are those sleeves he's got?
Which ones?
That Ivan's got.
Oh, Irvine? That's the Sakura. That's one of the. I believe it's the Hololive. No, not Hololive. It's the it's the VTuber one. Was it not Hololive? It was Hololive.
I actually have no idea.
I think because it was the old art for the Meteorite line.
Oh, it's the old art.
It was the 2 that had the Zero collab, Vanguard Zero collab. They were like vanillas.
Ah, yes.
It's like that art became the Meteor alt art.
Gredora singing here at... He's going to PG, okay. Usually, I feel like you can kind of take this one and just see if you hit defensives and reset your power a bit.
That's hitting a defensive right there. Gonna go for that critical trigger. All effects on the demise. Second check.
Oh, I thought that was OT.
Third check. Jaw trigger. Ooh.
He's got 1 PG.
You hate to see this if you're Heathcliff. Actually, no, you're pretty happy because you're sitting on 2 linkers.
Yeah, one PG is not going to be the deal end all.
Yeah.
His hand is not huge.
And of course he can't. So the really rough thing here for Heathcliff, because he can't history stride, it means that he's effectively giving up his pressure because he can't GB3 early or GB2 early.
He also can't. Well, he can't call for Geoma Glass now. He's under Gredora as well.
Well, so he can't call for Geoma Glass. He can't G Guard, so he has to naturally hit survive 2 more turns.
Oh.
But I guess the trouble for Irvine is if he does call. So.
That's actually quite big.
Pretty big.
Defensive to help him guard the last attack and the draw.
The trouble is if you're Irvine, the only turn you could get away with doing anything else is now, but all those cut strides are all GB2. Because you could stop calls, but then after he hits his stride turns, he has his first stride, he probably goes Geoma Glass flip for nothing, just to do it. And then next turn he can, even if his opponent goes Overwhelm or something, or Obturandus, A, it kills your momentum, B, it just means Heathcliff just chills for a turn. He just relaxes. So the fact that Megadora went to 2 now puts Irvine in a really awkward spot in terms of striding.
Yeah,
because he has to proactively Gredora, which means you can only do it 1 more time.
Yeah, and once he's out of the Gredoras, it's a bit.
Yeah,
the only thing you can really do beyond that is Tyrandus to turn off the linker, which isn't okay.
Unless you just try and go for Megaloma and just go, I'm just doing it now.
Can be depending on damage. Yeah, you have to be. Because you reset to 5, but then you have to take the rest of the damage. So if you swing with 6 crit, you take 2. Because
your Vanguard stays the same, right?
Yeah.
Wait, does it not end the turn there and then?
No, you have to finish. I'm pretty sure you have to finish taking the damage. The rewrite.
That's a throwback.
Yeah. Obviously he had the rewrite here, and he gets another force too. And because it's DP, he's way less inclined to actually rebuild his board, because again, it's such a Vanguard-centric deck.
He opted to not play Dimax DX, but instead, he's going for Super Cosmic Hero X Lead, which is Burst, so Linker. Unfortunately, Linker isn't going to come up now because it's GB2. But when this unit attack...
To flip.
This can Linker.
You can Linker.
So effectively, the important thing is it's Burst when it attacks. If it's 35k or more, draw a card. And if it's 40k or more, you stand a rear guard. So he's going to get to stand the booster. And act once per turn, flip a card in your G zone face up. Choose up to 5 of your rested rear guards. 5 of your rear guards and rest them. Up to 5, yeah. And for each unit that was rested, you choose a rear guard, and until the end of turn, they gain 4k. So there's a world where he plays this. He gives 30k to everything. He rests it, stands that, and then swings, stands this, because now it's guaranteed the restand.
Yes.
And then he just has 2 standing front rows now. So 1 stands now, and then he'll rest and then stand something else. During the battle phase?
It's pretty good into Gredora.
This is his Gredora. That's actually really interesting.
Yes, that is.
That is not a card you see every day.
I didn't really think too much into the bug DP matchup, but obviously turning off that G guard is really strong. So having I wonder if he's playing it
UFCB as well.
For Gredora.
I feel like you have to, right? Because it's taken the place of things like Diamond. He is on Stark as well, so I think he is prepared for the Gredora matchup here.
Yes, definitely.
That G zone feels like it's a Gredora matchup G zone.
That's a bit, yeah. Also a CB-less stride against Geese.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
He does only have 3 in hand, which is a little bit scary. Because while the pressure bugs apply isn't huge, but it's going to consistently take 2 cards out of your hand if you want to stride every turn. So you need to be wary of that. Is that the G-Guard promo?
Yeah, that is a G-Guard promo from Megacolony. So again, a really, really interesting one. So thankfully, we got it. So when you play it, you can either discard it for a G-Guard, which is what he's doing, but alternatively, when he calls it to Guardian Cycle from hand, you can remove a heal from drop or hand, and your opponent chooses any number of their rear guards and rests them. If the number of rear guards rested by this ability is 2 or less, it gains 20k. And if it's 1 or less, you can CB1 and give your Vanguard 5k until the end of turn.
He's going for the G-Guard there rather than the... Oh, really? Okay.
He's saying, no way, bro, I'm not dying like this.
He's saying, no thanks, bro.
First check, nothing. Second check, PG. Third check. His own ride... his own G-Guard promo.
You can use... it's good that these grade ones actually do, well, in a sense, get around Gredora, because you can do the other effect.
Yeah, so they're effectively like G-Guardians that get around Gredora. So again, same effect, when called Guardian Cycle from hand, remove a heal from hand or drop. And this gets plus 10k until the end of turn. for every 2 of your units, and if you have 2 or less units, you CB1 give you Vanguard plus 5k.
Which I think
so he can become a 40k shield.
Into this Gredora deck as well, where there's no Persona Ride, like in contrast to like Flagberg and the Mythiarch deck, you can actually get like go to 18, maybe go to 28 with a trigger. That's quite big. Can really keep the cards in hand. He's got another Dailiner, so at least he has Reride, but he's going to need to keep at least 2 cards here. Ivan's playing very well. He's still on 2 damage. And despite he kind of lagged behind because he couldn't History Stride. Now, what's he going to? Is he going to Gredora?
Is he History Striding here? Maybe. Is there a world? Is there a world you tried to?
There might be, because then he has 3 PGs. See, now
I just feel like the second Gredora puts you so behind, unless you go 2 Gredoras and then History Stride. But
what a weird timeline we live in if that's the play.
I mean, I feel like what else do you go to, right?
But this is, I think,
Tyrannus, maybe, but they already have Ray Gods, right? Unless you're going to saw Malagnatus popping them.
You still stop Linker coming down and Laurel coming down.
True.
And also, for argument's sake, Arms, but like I don't think Arms comes up in this game. He's gone for the second Gredora. I mean, just having the player agency.
But he does have the huge intercepts on the board for now until he turns them off.
Giraffe can turn one of them off. And I think Giraffe turns one off, and Moth can turn one off.
But where's Moth?
Moth's
behind her. Oh, sure, it's a card, sure.
Putting the Heldemise back so you can loot.
So the nice thing is you've seen Gredora players lean towards the on-ride call effects, because what they let them do is they let them set up the Moths without having to commit from hand.
Yes.
So he's able to overcall the Heldemise, immediately send it back, so it's always live, and he didn't cost him nothing. It cost him nothing, right? Because like the card's 10k, but like who cares, right? Like,
I just love seeing Ivan actually have to consider if he's going to use that Gredora. I think that ban list, only a small change made like world of well. We'll see.
Well, I mean,
see how bugs do today. But
the thing is, from what I hear, like a lot of the Gredora games today have been like much closer, I think, than they've been in the past. Like even the blowout matchups become a case of, it's not, oh my god, can I survive 5 turns?
Can I survive 2 turns? And given
the fact, like we said earlier, Gredora kills on the 3rd effect, or on the 3rd Gredora,
3rd stride,
then that becomes a real conversation. A little bit here, a little bit there, but you might just be able to survive it. Who knows?
And Giraffe first. I guess he can't use the CB, so the attack order doesn't actually matter. It's 17 and then 21. Yeah, Heathcliff has to be very careful because he is running on very limited resources here. Dinosaurus, that's...
You're never happy to see this as the DP player, I don't think.
13, he's really taken advantage of the fact there was no defensive there. Because obviously he could have used the grade 1 to go to 18, but he didn't, so... He's got the intercept.
Yeah, intercept, yeah. And the thing is, if he checks a trigger on the Vanguard, then that intercept gets bigger by 10k.
Oh, yes, shield. Oh!
Power and shield, yeah.
Very cool.
Again, those cycles, like, they never really got much respect in Standard besides, like, Sagas. But they've been really cool.
But they've been very, DP has really used it.
Because the issue with Sagas is because they require you to remove OT, but, like...
You can still stack.
The rest of their effects aren't very good, but Sagas is, like, the one that, like, gains your opponent's power. So the defensive OT you always hit, which has been neat. But
also, you scry, right? With Sagas.
I think so. But the interesting thing is, like, DP is the only deck where, like, it's a functional card without it. So many other decks just haven't chosen to run them, but DP specifically has taken a liking to it. Yeah, I think Alex started running it last season, and ever since then it's really picked up steam.
It's been very popular, I think. I've seen it in most DP lists. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you have it, no reason not to, right? It's an inexpensive card. It does good. It works for your deck.
Oh my god! I forgot Grand Monk could draw.
First check, second check, third check.
Ooh, that's not a lot of shield.
That's where you want to. That is the issue. This is the turn where you want to be pressuring.
I will say we also saw something interesting there. He's playing the Dual Nation, the Keta Stoikea one.
Yeah.
Because that allows you to stack, and it's also a good body for the early game.
You top card mill, and then you can CB1 either add revive a card or add a order to your hand.
Yeah.
I think it's top 1 you may mill, or is it mill top 1?
I don't think it mills. I think you just check top. I think top or bottom.
No, I think it's top, and you either leave it or mill it.
I think it's check top. You pull up, otherwise we'll be going all day.
Yeah, because Levy just plays it for that reason.
It does, yeah.
Okay,
look at the top card. Put it on
top of the deck or discard.
And then you CB wants to do
the then you CB
so it's always a free scry, which is pretty good.
Pretty neat, yeah. Yeah, swings rear here, yeah. Interesting choice, though. Because often you see them just stun it.
I'm surprised he didn't stun it, actually.
Well, he does, because Gredora, but...
Oh, stun as in remove intercept.
Sure.
I should have... That was unclear. So, that is the second Gredora down. So now maybe we see what exactly bugs are going to be capable of next turn. That's what we're here to find out, I think. He has the re-ride. We know he has the
There we go. He's got the re-ride again. Fantastic play here out of Heathcliff.
He's got his third Force 2, but I don't think these Force 2s are really going to come up.
They look nice, but, you know.
So what? I feel like...
Oh my god, it's Aichi Sendo. Him and Toshiki Kai.
Oh, and ditch Dailiner. Is this going to be...
Stark?
Oh, it's... I don't think I Stark on 2.
I don't think I Stark on 2 either, but...
And he's got...
This is your last re-ride.
Well,
last Dailiner. Well, I mean, you can G-Guard now next turn, so...
True.
So yeah, no, maybe that's the line, yeah. I think maybe he just goes, look, I'm not killing you now, but next turn...
Unibird is...
Next turn, I'm your guy.
Actually not that great.
You just Gallop.
Gallop, yeah.
Just Gallop for Germa.
You also have to keep in mind, not for Linker, but for Laurel, if he's playing it, and for any attacker he puts down, Darkface GB2 is very active. He hasn't resolved it yet, because...
Is there a world he just drops one Linker here and goes? I feel 2 is risky, because if he just doesn't see the grade 3s and he's gone.
He's not left, yeah, he has nothing else. I think there's a Linker in his hand.
He has 2, he drive check 2.
Oh, he has. Oh, he does, yeah.
Because he Twin Drive on his grade 3.
The Linker replaces itself, right? Mm-hmm. Get what he draws there. He can make that decision.
I wonder what we're looking at here. Can we get a glimpse of that? That's a Laurel.
The Laurel is not great. No, that's a crit.
No,
it's a crit and a Laurel, okay. That plus 5k power.
Hey, who knows, man?
We're playing G again, boys.
Could
I think
come
we'll
up.
just go for the Gallop, and that is... Actually, obviously, Gredora is stopping the G-Guards also hinders DP a bit because you can't flip as much.
Yeah.
You have to proactively flip.
Ooh, do you reckon he's checking if the card is end of battle for the restand?
In case he can hit the threshold with the trigger. Because he doesn't want to use the... Does he want to use the crit?
I think he might have to.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's seeing his threshold.
35 plus 28.
I think what, 3 face up in the G zone?
Yeah.
Wait, is it 3 or 5 face up? No, it's 5 face up in the G zone, I'm pretty sure. So, 50, no, 33, just 3, really? Oh, yeah, because he went no CB stride, flip Geo, and then flip Geo, so 30, 28, 33, 63, so he needs to check 3 triggers.
No, it needs to be 80k.
Is it only 5?
63, right? No, it's 80k for restand.
So yeah, 2 triggers.
So there's a heal, that's a good... Oh, that's
one.
Fantastic
that's
start, because that's a re-ride as well, if really
That's
need
1,
be.
that's 2, and that's going to be...
Oh!
The double heal as well! Oh my god, the double heal is crazy!
And now he can G-Guard, he can add 4 grade 3s back to his hand. Taste Edge.
And Taste Edge for good measure. Oh my god.
Man, that's a huge, huge turn. So...
And he gets to swing again, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, everyone's going to go 1, he's going to go 2, that's an inline golf as well.
Wow.
Oh, you hate to see this if you're... you hate to see this if you're Irvine.
But now he
my
can
god.
a bit more comfortably PG, because I believe... No, it's 0 drives.
Yeah.
It's still good, of course, to force the PG out of hand.
Well, it's still lethal, right? So it's only for 80k plus lethal.
Oh, that double heat, that was insane
timing.
That
was the only time
Before
he could double heal.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
wow.
how the turntables.
How the turns have tabled. Irvine still has a pretty decently sized hand, but
he has no more Gredora.
Actually, he does have Gredora.
Well, not that one.
Is that worth? Turn off a card? I don't think that's worth it. It turns off Laurel, but...
So I feel like you don't... I feel like if he rides Gredora, he's probably going up to Randus. Because, because Gredora will shut a column down, but up to Randus will stop calls, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
He can also start choking on CB.
Oh,
I think I'm going to have to leave you for 2 minutes. But you can...
Bear with us, guys. We're just going to double check one quick thing. Oh, and the Optorandus is coming down. So the interesting thing with Optorandus right now is it's a card we haven't seen much of earlier, except for, well, funnily enough, the finals of Germany. So what effectively we're looking at here is the new substitution for Gredora. So it's a GB2 card that says CB2, and choose a card from your hand and discard it. And your opponent cannot call to his or her units to rear guard until the end of their next turn. So effectively, he's looking at his opponent and saying, "You will not Linker me, you will not Laurel me. I hope you have everything you need." But unfortunately for him, if Heathcliff's last turn is anything to go off of, on 2 damage, he might just have it all. So it'd be really, really interesting seeing what Irvine opts to do here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, just gonna have to swing. Unfortunately, there's just not a staggering amount of pressure here for Irvine, but that double heal is really, really unfortunate if you're him right now. Yeah, Heathcliff's looking for the G-Guard. We know he has 2 of them. Yeah, now it's time. So, next turn the Excalips are going to be absolutely massive. Although, now that he's on 4, there is potentially a world here where you just kind of go... potentially just swing Stark, or Stride Stark. Maybe have your, your Dicesaurus. Oh, yeah, Dicesaurus if you have access to them. But this isn't a very big hand. Yeah, thinking of his ads here. Yo, the double Dicesaurus, yeah. Oh, if I'm not mistaken... Oh, no, just 2 normal units, yeah. Can be the same one, not even a problem. Who knows? Me1 card is good. Unbelievable. Yeah, the G-God's going to be Voltrosa. Ooh, that's a big... I was going to say no pass, I believe, or OT to pass. Second check. Oh, that's rough. Unlike Heathcliff, Irvine's Grade 3s aren't shield. That is so unfortunate. Triple drive was Maple 2 Grade 3s. But yeah, Heathcliff...
Irvine has low rolls on these drives this game.
So what Heathcliff's done right now is he's added 2 Dicesaurus during his G-God. So I think there's a world here where he takes the other 2 swings, but tries to G-God adding Dailiner to try and potentially go like Stark, Dicesaurus.
Oh, yes.
Or like Stark 1 Dicesaurus and go swings. It's like twin drive, and kill because he's on 4. Irvine didn't heal, his hand has no shield. I think Stark's the line.
Stark is probably the line then.
Yep, so there he goes. I think he's thinking the same thing.
You have the slight risk of...
I wonder, do you think there's a world here where you take the first swing?
Just
so that Irvine doesn't just pass here? Because he's on 2, so Stark is 2 CB.
Oh, for Dicesaurus. There is probably a world.
Because he's never not making the second swing, right?
I think the issue is, Ivan is now, because of those heals, he's quite far behind.
And no, because the issue is that triple drive is dead. It's nothing. It's 5k shield across 3 cards, it's dead.
I wonder if Ivan just knows that he kind of has to play if it is out at this point, it's just checking defensives.
I think he just goes stride. Yeah, I think he just tried Stark.
We have seen OT. Is he going to go for Stark?
I think you have to. He's on 2 damage. Oh, he's on 4. Oh,
the thing is, even if Ivan was to play it a bit more slow and...
No, we're goofy. Opterandus. He can't call.
Oh, true. But also...
So yeah, next stride.
Even if that was the line, Ivan can... Oh, sorry. Heathcliff can still go into Gallop or Unibird and kind of just chill, just do a bunch of drives.
Yeah, he's doing 2 swings here. Both of them lethal. Go CB1, flip another Geo. Yeah, and each one's going to make his turn bigger. Irvine's looking at his hand going, maybe I can't really do it. Yeah, I think that drive check at top of the 2 heal was brutal. That was really unfortunate. If you're him right now, he goes, yeah, no god. First check Connolly, second check critical trigger. Yeah, that's the DP way. This is the way. And then third check. Fourth check.
Okay, only 1 crit. Now is...
First check, that's a heal. The heal does resolve. But he needs 2 more.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he needs 1 more.
Gone, and I think there's 1 heal in hand. He's G-guarded once. He can't heal out of this.
OT's in play still?
No, it's not. He
did. Oh, of course he did. Yes, he did.
So I think Ivan is cooked.
First check, second check, third check. And that's going to be game.
And the Elementario is the last damage.
That is brutal. And just like the anime, his boss unit is his last drive check.
His boss unit?
Yes, it's his only way out here. It's his savior.
You're right.
It's his embodiment on this plane.
That was quite an exciting one, wasn't it? I enjoyed that, yeah.
That was a crazy
Those heals
game.
were just... Heals like double...
The worst part
even stronger in premium.
It was the last point in the game where he could heal like that.
Yeah.
Because even if he could restand and say do 5 more drive checks, his
heals,
opponent would be on 4 and he could only heal once. But the double heal is crazy.
The +6, and then I think that game demonstrates perfectly that the Gredora play now has, like I said, got to think a bit more. And if you can hold out, especially in a deck. Because you I feel like when I play against Gredora, I underestimate how good it is that they turn off my G-Guards. I'm just like, it's another thing I can't do. But it really does matter. So
I was thinking during this game, do you reckon there's a world now where some Gredora players lean from proactively Gredoring to letting their opponent decide
responding.
Like a retroactive, like a blanking on the word, like you were saying, like responding with Gredora. So you're doing like a reactive Gredora.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you can afford to play. I think that third Gredora took away the proactive Gredora, unless it's like Gramblue. So I think because on that place you're like, I'm shutting your deck down, like you're done. Unless you're like Mushy King Gramblue, in which case like
my goat. The only man to beat BCS champion Maxime Solom. I'm looking at this G zone now and I'm really struggling. Apart from the Gredora, what would you stride, especially first? Yeah, we're almost obligated because you can't Optyrandus usually.
Well, I think there's a world where you potentially cut. I wonder how many Optyrandus he's on. So I think he's on.
Does it have numbers on?
One, yeah. The one Overwhelm. So I was wondering, is there ever a world? Hear me out. Where instead of Megaloma, you run, like we were saying earlier, you run the GB8, and then your first stride is the one that turbo flips, and you flip everything you don't think comes up.
I do think GB8 should be in this deck
because I feel like that stride GB8 being like you can't, because like Optyrannus was fine. GB8 maybe isn't good this matchup, but I think nothing is good.
I think
once you proactive Gredora, you have to end it next turn. Yeah. I feel like it's like a clock. You can't pivot. But
that said, if you've used 4 Gredoras, you need to G-Guard twice to be able to GB8. I do think GB8 has a spot here because the other strides just
you don't, because the alternative is you play this stride.
Yeah, look this up.
So we're gonna
in crest format, by the way.
Yeah. So this is so when it attacks, you CB1 turn a card in your G zone face up, and your opponent's. Let me actually pull up the proper name. Depreno, I believe, because it's a bit difficult to make out here. But if I go.
Yeah, the high rarity cards in this game.
Yeah, unfortunately with the deck log it becomes a bit difficult to make out. But that's fine, that happens. So Depreno, so Pillaging Mutant Deity Depreno. So it's when it attacks, you CB1 turn a card in your G zone face up. Your opponent chooses 3 face down cards from his or her G zone and turns them face up. For each card with power turned face up, 3 of your front row units get 15k.
Oh.
So you force.
This is slightly different from what I remember.
So you force them to turbo GB. So it's awful into crest decks. Oh, yeah. Terrible. But you can make them go, either I get huge or you burn your G-Guards. Like, you either burn yourself out of options or burn yourself out of G-Guards. Because what you can force them to do is, like, when you swing, if this deck ever gets a restander, this will be disgusting. Because you force them to flip 3.
Some builds do have the restand. There's not Ivan's build specific.
No.
He does not.
There's a restand.
No, sorry. Mythiarch. Flag
no, I'm talking like a Vanguard restand.
Oh, a Vanguard. Oh.
Because you force them to flip 6, and like it kills Cresta, but it goes like you're out of options. Because you run this twice, they're out of a G zone.
Yeah.
And like that would be busted. Because like you go 6/6 and like good game.
So you're saying print Command Laurel for Megacolony?
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying.
The OG one as well.
Oh.
It has to be. You need to restand.
On hit.
Yeah. If it hits, it hits.
It hits. Amen. If we're cooking, we're cooking.
But,
oh my god, mash moment.
Yo!
But guys, we're going to be right back with round 7, the last round of Swiss.
Yes.
We got Alden Jewel Knights coming up for you. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back. Oh, wrong one.